I'll start the episode with how Duncan came into the video chat today. I'll just... It's just...
I don't know why.
It was just that he... Normally, like, Duncan will appear on the screen and he'll be looking at, like, the monitor and then we'll say hi and that. For some reason, and I only caught it and caught my eye because I was reading the script, he popped up on screen and went...
Because my internet is quite slow, so when you click on like join recording and it's like a few seconds before it like loads up, it was like immediate when I clicked it, and I didn't realise Shaun was in the room, and then Shaun's face. I mean, couldn't be happier to see him. But
I was going to say that's not the reaction. Maybe not the reaction to.
Just glad you're back, mate. Glad you're feeling.
Thanks.
How are you feeling well now? How are you? You well?
I am well, thanks. Thanks for the kind words and well wishes as well last week, and then the kind wishes, the kind words and well wishes that you forced Harry to say as well.
Through gritted teeth.
Yeah, really didn't want to say them.
Try my best.
Anyway, I'm back. So hey, howdy, hey. Welcome to the Gamers Watch podcast. It is episode Nintendo 64 because we're just that niche of a podcast. I'm Shaun, and as always with me is Duncan.
All right.
And it's double trouble today because we have This'll Do crew, Paul and Zoe. How you doing?
How's it going?
Hiya.
And oh god, I forgot the housekeeping. I've been off for 1 week and I forgot how to do housekeeping.
I still got my notes from last week. Do you want me to have a go?
I'll give it a crack. I'll run through it quickly because we've got games galore. So
you start with how good Harry's bit was in the...
Shit.
Sorry, that was last week. Last week, sorry, mate. No,
it's well done, Harry, for your Halo and Star Wars May the 4th video. Top notch. Best content we've ever produced. What else can inflate
I thought it was a
his
little
ego?
bit niche.
It was a tiny bit. It wasn't quite mainstream Star Wars.
Is it a bit niche?
A bit. Have you heard of Star Wars before? Yeah, like it is a pretty niche.
I've heard of Star Trek. Not familiar with Star Wars.
Sounds quite niche, Zoe. I don't know. I'm not sure I've heard of that either.
I don't know.
Niche. I'm never going to stop. Sorry, Shaun.
It's not going to drop it. If you enjoyed this niche podcast, and even if you don't, then be sure to share it with your local Bloomberg reporter before he blocks you. And then follow us on Twitter, which is @GamersWatchCrew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GamersWatch. And then while you're at it, give us the like on this episode. Leave a comment if you want about how niche we are. And hit the notification bell to be reminded when we're going to premiere, because obviously you can't remember it. It's that niche, which is every Monday at 7:30 p.m. BST, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That's it. I would say buy the Below merch, but I'm pretty sure Harry's taken the shop down by now because he fell out with Bloody Teespring, didn't he?
Because they were doing NFTs, weren't they?
Yeah, they said they wanted to do NFTs, and Harry was like, I ain't going to talk to Shaun and Duncan. I'm just going to take our store down. Like, cool.
A niche decision.
Teamwork.
I think we all need counselling. Couples therapy. Wicked. Thanks, Shaun. I'm glad you're back and feeling better.
Thanks.
So I was sort of distracted by a van. I never usually have my window open like during this. I'm like, oh, they're outside. Just if anyone missed it, the reference to share this with the local Bloomberg reporter was about Jason Schreier, because he continues to be an absolute fucking rat on Twitter. So that was it. So we pulled back. Are you great mates?
Hello.
Hello. All right. Are you guys okay?
Zoe really enjoyed your impersonation of her in our upcoming video.
I loved it.
It went a bit northern. I need to work on it a bit more. I can't remember why I started doing it. I think it was during the indie showcase. and I was waiting for your guys' bit to come on. So I just started going, "Hello, I'm Pole Player." I'm talking over and over again.
Just manifesting it.
Just yeah, and then you guys appeared. Thank God. There, just some out of date news, everyone. See, Modern Warfare 2 got announced with a picture that said MW on it with 2 lines. Wicked. And there was another acquisition, so everyone knows everything about acquisitions ever on Twitter today. So there's your news. Thanks for coming. Game of 60 seconds.
This will do, Cheaty Bye.
Who's got
every
one?
week.
Yeah. Just what's the point of doing news? Every single cunt does the news now. What's the point? Don't do it.
Talk about games.
Thanks for just pretty niche in it. So, who wants to go first?
I can. Mine's terrible, so I'll go first.
Is it a Discord or an image?
No, it's just verbal because I made it up in the past 5 minutes when I got home from work. It's so new. I can't remember what it is. So I'm just looking at my notes. My other half just unfriended me. That's it. My other half just unfriended me. So shit.
Trying to think. It's always off to
I've
go
got no
figure it
idea.
out now.
I'm expecting a big performance from Zoe on this one, to be fair.
I did mine in the last 7 minutes, so don't be too excited.
Paul, you've got one, haven't you?
I do indeed. Mine is, it's only 1 week until I drink lava for the first time. It is only 1 week until I drink lava for the first
I know
time.
what that is. I think I've got it.
It's not too difficult, that one.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Pretty sure. Do you want to go next, Zoe? Your one? I think I'm sure I've got
sure.
Paul's.
I'm still looking to see if I can figure out what Shaun says, but that's fine. So mine was, my bag was small enough that I didn't have to check it in.
No. My bag was small enough so I didn't have to check it in. No. Anyone?
Stumped. Nope.
No. Mine was no nonsense here. I've hit the fucking microphone, my glasses. What a burden.
I heard the word.
That's not the clue. No nonsense here, but you'll be lucky to get out alive. I don't think you'll get it without looking it up. And it's not great. No nonsense here, but you'll be lucky to get out alive.
No nonsense here.
Just go to the top of the Game Pass app.
Fucking cheats. Segment 1. Xbox and Bethesda Showcase. Original content.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on Sunday, June the 12th. Without saying Starfield, what are you guys looking forward to the most? Or what do you hope to see? Any surprises you're hoping to pop up? Any cool drops on Game Pass you're expecting to see? What do you want, guys? Paul?
There is this really niche game that I'm excited about. It's I'm trying to remember the name of it.
So niche you can't remember.
It's that niche.
It's barely been spoken about.
It's super niche, you probably don't know it.
It's not a lawnmower simulator. It's something to do with a field. Nah, is it?
It was Battlefield.
I'm talking about Starfield.
Oh, fuck me. Yes. Right, what else? Please.
I would like to see more of Avowed. I'd like to see something to do with that. I want to see what Obsidian's working on. Because obviously we had the trailer for Outer Worlds 2 as well. Well, the announcement for that. So I'd like to see a wee bit of that too. But my main one, just on sheer curiosity, is Fable.
I heard that. Did someone do a little inward burp then? I heard it.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you away
I
with it.
thought I disguised it. My wave file didn't go up, but I was like, got away with
That's all right.
Just own it. And if you send
It
Paul
was
the
it.
file, he'll add some reverb to it for you.
Oh.
Sorry, Paul. You were saying. I don't know why it's so funny. I'm so immature. So you want
What were you
Avowed?
saying?
Sorry, yeah, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2 and Fable was the last one I said.
Yeah. Zoe, what would you like?
See, I'm not really all that in with Bethesda. Like, I don't think I've played many of their games. But I'm interested in another Wolfenstein. I did quite like Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
What was the last one? Was that Youngbloods? It was a bit naff on it, I think, with his daughters.
Yeah, they went down the co-op route, but I haven't ever finished it. Me and Zoe started playing the first wee bit of it. But we
And then
never
we got
kind of...
distracted in the story of our lives.
Yeah, standard, yeah. So we just never really got around to playing anymore. It didn't really hook me in like the other ones did. Because the other ones had, like, I would say a pretty good story for first-person shooter games. Like, normally you don't get a cracking story, but Wolfenstein is a pretty solid one.
But Bethesda, they're responsible for Fallout and that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm just not interested in any of that sort of... So, yeah, I think Bethesda are kind of like the games that I typically don't enjoy, but I know have a massive following, so I haven't really looked into what else they are up to. But I think Wolfenstein is kind of like the only one that I would be really keen for.
Yeah.
Nice. Niche. Nice. So I kind of agree with you on Bethesda. Like, probably going to get. I say I'm going to get flamed on Twitter for this. I don't think anyone really gives a shit about my opinion, but I'm not that bothered about Starfield because I think Starfield is going to release and it's going to be an absolute piece of shit in terms of performance. So I think everyone's getting a bit hot under the collar because every Bethesda game comes out. Any big open worldy Bethesda game always feels a bit janky. So I'm not that fussed about Starfield.
Maybe try it 6 months after release.
I think with Starfield, it's a peculiar one because there's so much hype around it, and I think it very much resonates from the kind of console warrior attitudes online.
I think it's probably what it is. Yeah.
I think it just kind of grew arms and legs after the acquisition and after the question mark around exclusivity. And, you know, you don't normally see new titles get that much hype in that way, I don't think. Not in my opinion anyway. So Starfield is a bit of an odd one because what I'm kind of expecting is probably a Fallout-esque style game, but just in a like space environment. Like I don't really know 100% what to expect from it at this point, and I think that's one thing that I'm hoping they will clear up at this not E3, and just kind of show us what is the game actually going to be all about, because we've got the general scope of it now, and you know they're saying it's the biggest game that they've made and yada yada yada. But what is going to be the bare bones of it? What is the gameplay actually going to look like? And what differences is there going to be in the way that you can play the game? Because like with Fallout games and with the Elder Scrolls games, there's obviously different approaches, different character kind of classes, skill trees and stuff that you can build up, all that kind of stuff. How are they going to implement that into this? Are they going to implement that into this? And what is the actual scope of it going to actually be in reality, not just in kind of their press releases about the game at the moment? That's what I'm curious about anyway.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I think I agree with you on. Would I really give that much of a shit about it if it wasn't for Twitter? Probably not. I think you just get kind of caught up in the hype of people not shutting the fuck up about it. I don't know. I mean, mostly I hope it's wonderful and it comes out and it's brilliant because we just want to play nice games. But I don't know. If it's not, I'm just going to leave Twitter for a week, I think, because I just can't be bothered to have every arsehole just not even quote retweet dickheads, just take pictures of what dickheads have said and put it on the timeline. I just hate Twitter. Why am I even on it? Shaun, what about you, mate?
I just want a repeat of last year's, really, where it's focused on games that are going to be in our hands within the next year, rather than what E3 likes to do, where they'll show a fancy trailer and be like, play that in 3 years' time. So I think we'll probably get like some Game Pass editions, like there and then sort of thing. But yeah, just chunky gameplay for games I can play soon, please. Like Fable, hopefully. And Forza, I'm guessing Forza Motorsport will get like a very good showing of that. And there was a game that Harry was on about in his video, a new game that I don't think's ever been out. Star Wars Battlefield, was it, Duncan?
I think it was Star Wars Battlefield.
Yeah, that's a new game. Because obviously there's Star Wars Battlefront, which any Star Wars fan will be able to pronounce right, but Star Wars Battlefield, I think, is coming out soon.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
Context, the video isn't out yet, so only us two know that. What the hell I'm on about?
Do you reckon remember a while ago they announced Ubisoft games coming to Game Pass? I've got a funny feeling that might be the big stealth drop. That we can all get bored to tits with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, wasn't it? Everyone thought it was going to be the Ubisoft Plus thing, and then it was just there was some sort of partnership for something completely different. But I don't know, it could be.
Maybe, I don't know.
If they had old Ubisoft games, I'd probably enjoy it. Rayman. Give me Rayman.
Rayman Legends is unbelievable how good that is of a video game.
Finest platformers.
It is astonishingly good.
Game.
I would like Fable. If anyone's asking, thanks. Also, a bit of an out there one, because I'm a stinking hipster. I want a revival of a game called Gigantic, and it was out maybe like 5 or so years ago. It was like a free to play, like third person hero shooter, like a MOBA, but it had almost like kind of like Disney Pixar type characters in it, and I adored it, but it just didn't have enough of a player base, and it got shut down. So I'd like that, because it's all about me. Anything else?
That game was released on Game Preview, was it not?
I think it was, but then you could buy. I bought the Battle Pass or whatever it was back then. Like that, you unlock all like future heroes, like you did on Smite. But it just got shut down. It's a massive shame, because I think it was Perfect World who published it. So, but more of like a little indie game, but it's wicked. I really loved it, and a real bummer when it got shut down. So I need a nice hero shooter. I think I'm lacking
with a curveball like that. I'm gonna throw in. I would love to see, and do not believe for a second that we will, Bleeding Edge 2.
Yeah, sorry, your reaction. That is never going to happen.
I know it won't. That's what I'm saying. It's a curveball.
It was quite similar in a little way. So, like, there was a character on Bleeding Edge. I forget her name. It was like the old granny who floated around on a ball. Yeah, and it was like a similar character on Gigantic. I thought Bleeding Edge was all right. Wasn't the worst game.
I actually really enjoyed it. It was impossible to play without a full team.
Yeah, we played it to death though, for a good while. Like,
yeah, Kulev with his snake.
That's where you start making content, because you're badass with him.
Yeah, I love playing that character. I just like throwing people off the map. It was good crack. I get that in Battlefront 2 now, though.
Which you'll find, which you would have seen by the time the video comes out. I can't wait to watch it. Very funny. So move on then, because I want to do this within an hour. I mean, we've got more segments than ever. So Bugsnax came to Game Pass recently. Has anyone played it?
No.
I've read the DLC in a magazine when Harry wouldn't shut up, but I haven't played it.
I don't even know what it is.
Well, don't bother. I hate it. It's the same thing I say about the Ghostbusters Afterlife film. I objectively can't tell you if it's any good or not, because I loved Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then on the other hand, I really, really hate Bugsnax and every single fucking thing about it. So in a nutshell, the PS5 launch game, and do you know what? I wrote down some of the names on it. So it's you're a reporter, a bit like The Good Life. You're also a reporter, and I hated that too. Where you have to go and investigate this island where people eat bugs that are also snacks. Get it? And then they eat something, and their limb turns into a part of the thing they've eaten. So you'd eat Sean's face is like, what the fuck are you on about, man? So someone might eat a spider, and then their leg will turn into a spider, not a frider, because it's fries, but a spider. Get it? But then their leg will turn into a chip or a fry if you're American. And that's it. And that seems to be the premise of the game. You'd think it sounds all right. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a bit old and grumpy. I could not get. It's so like I don't mind childish games at all, but it's like almost insultingly childish, and it's probably not made for me. And I get that, but I played another quite childish game this week, and I loved it to bits. But even the things like, I tried playing it again the other day just to get a bit more of a fair shout. So I've only played like 40 minutes, so my word isn't gospel on this. But some of the character names, right? Megafig, Eggabell, Filbo Fiddlepie.
It's like shit Pokemon that never made the cut.
Yeah, exactly. It's like really, really fucking. It's like if you ask. It is. It's only Spawn. It's like if you ask the kids who hates you to name Pokemon, Clumby Clumbernut. I'm playing it. I'm like, I fucking hate this. And the very worst thing is that it's first person, and I like it when games have the appendages so you can look down and see your feet, but then the character runs, and his arms are two furry cocks. Like, it's literally big, long, pink, furry things with the Jap's eye. Hasn't got like the head on it, obviously. Like he's clenched his fist and it's like a fucking bell end. But there's a definite phallic nature to the hands of this thing. Zoe's like, what are you fucking on about? Give it down loads. I've warned you. Bugsnax, mate. Fucking shit. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. And I'm annoyed that I've even tried it, because I thought, I like a colourful game. Bollocks to it. Nintendo Switch Sports. This game I do like. You thistle dudes. You've been playing it. I'm so sharp. I should write for Bugsnax team. You've been playing Nintendo Switch Sports, haven't you?
We have.
How is it, lads?
I friggin' loved it. I didn't really expect much from it, because I think Wii Sports, when you first got it, was like banging, and then you realize you could just sit on the couch and wave your hand around and you'd be like hitting the tennis balls miles. But playing against each other definitely became quite competitive. But then we learned that you and Georgia have it. I was like, oh my God, we can play doubles.
Yes.
So we can kick their ass instead of each other's.
Yes. You have to tell me how to add people. Oh, that's fine talk.
I mean, last time I had fighting talk. I mean, Shaun, I'm sure you wanted to tell them how
Shaun
it went.
battered you on Crash Bandicoot. Nitro
Yeah,
Racing.
Crashing racing, actually. So get your facts right.
Sorry.
Such a wido.
You notice how you keep ducking you on Rocket League as well. You're like, when do you play Rocket League again? Me, you're like, don't know. Paul, how do you like it?
I think it's really good. I think they've like updated it really nicely in comparison to Wii Sports, because the thing is as well, I don't know if you've gone back to play Wii Sports in the last, like, I don't know, 5 years, but it doesn't really look that great anymore. Whereas this looks really nice. It's well polished for that kind of game, and it has like more game modes and stuff. Like I can't remember what the one is with the sword, what it's called, but playing that was great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's like gladiators. You got to knock each other off the platform, and that's well fun.
That'd be a great
but
game
I think
on the Switch.
I think what would be
if you had a gladiators game, and you had like
I instantly just went like chivalry, but with motion controls.
Oh, there is one, isn't there? It's one on the PC. I forget what it's called, but there is like one that's literally like chivalry, but in VR. Oh, I can't remember now. I'll look it up.
Mental. I'd get motion sickness though. Anyway, sorry, but back to Switch Sports. It's good. It's good fun, and it was a nice, like, the first thing I said to Zoe about it after we played it, I was like, it was a welcomed break from the usual multiplayer kind of competitive games we played. It was just a bit of fun. Like, it was just that nice, chilled, like, anybody can play, just have a laugh and have a wee piss about. And yeah, it was just good fun, and it was a laugh. And I think you lose that in a lot of multiplayer games now because they're so competitive focused. So it was nice to have that welcome break.
I think even when you look at like Siege put on a new map this week.
Last week, I think it was, but yeah.
And like the first day it went on, we went on and played a couple matches, and it was like 4 hours into it being released, and there's people who already knew the maps really well to be able to hide in the right places and knew their vantage points to get you from like your spawn point and everything. So regardless of what you play, if it's an online multiplayer, there's always going to be someone that is taking the piss out of you. Even if it's a brand new game or a brand new map, someone's been on it from the word go, and they're going to take the piss out of you. So it's nice having something like EP.
It's like what I said last week when like having the guys in Sea of Thieves, and I was like, oh, it's actually quite fun just playing a nice online game, innit? And and it's the same with this. So like my Switch is downstairs, and then me and George are watching a film. We're not really into it, but like, do you want a little game of tennis? And it's just it's just so nice. And I can't remember much of Wii Sports. I know I played bowling on it, but I don't remember that much of it. The only thing, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of sports. I think there's only 6 so far. And I was looking on the map to see if there's maybe like little spots they could add them. But I love it. And I don't do any exercise anymore. I bought Ring Fit Adventure, and I can't be bothered to do it because I get too hot and I'm too fat and I get sweaty too quickly. But because I can play this with Georgia, I don't even realise I'm exercising. I'm having fun and losing weight.
Good job, Nintendo.
I love it. Yeah.
Nintendo are always trying to trick people into exercising.
It's annoying because Nintendo are a bit shitty, aren't they? Really, but I think it's like 35 quid because I got the physical one with the leg strap. I think it's great. The football's really fun. I don't know if you guys have had a go on that yet, but it feels a bit like
football.
I think you have to have like 2 of the Joy-Cons each. You can't just have one each. But you have to like swing it to kick a ball. Like there's one bit, so you put the leg strap on and kick, and I'm thinking, oh, wicked, yeah, I can do some banging volleys. But literally, if you try and kick it how you would a football, I think I remember Paul saying you're quite handy at footy. So if you kind of like position yourself to volley it or whatever, the ball will just go fucking flying off. But if you just stand there and like swing your leg, it will go in. So that kind of a bit fine. But the actual football itself, it's a bit like kind of budget Rocket League. in a way. It's wicked. I love it. I bloody love it.
Hold it to me.
It might even be one of my games of the year.
Ooh.
I think because I'm trying to much more focus on having nice experiences. Again, how is this a surprise to me? Why this is? I'm not going to talk about Elden Ring, but since I finished it, I'm having much more fun playing games that don't make me upset. And Nintendo Switch Sports is very fun. And I recommend it.
One thing I'm looking forward to come from Nintendo in the near future is a new Mario Strikers game. In the essence of discussing about football, because the old one on like GameCube was amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's there. So the only thing I like, so I really like the tennis. I used to play tennis a little bit. You can do little drop shots and like slices. Is there like a tennis game? I don't know if Mario Tennis is like it, where you can act, where it's a bit more like involved. Because obviously with this, you can sit on the sofa and just swing and you'll hit the ball. Is there?
Confirmed.
Oh, so I was like, is there a game? What is it? But you know what I mean? So you can be a bit more like active. So you actually have to place your shots and your power and your drop shots and things like that. I'd love it if there was an actual proper serious tennis game that.
I think
that
real life
needed-
tennis would do that for you.
Yeah, but that's
Do you remember?
kind of side?
Do you remember during the like 360 and I think it was PSP era, Virtua Tennis?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an amazing tennis game. I got hooked on that. We had the like
And
world
it was
tour
on-
thing where you just qualify for different tournaments and it just carried on going. Didn't
Yeah.
end.
I love a proper tennis game like that, but on the Switch with the motion controls, because there was that in Top Spin. I remember I had that on the 360, I think. It was class. There we go. Well, right. Cool. All in agreement, Nintendo Switch Sports. Wicked.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Shaun, you've had your wicked new hobby recently, which I'm mega jealous of.
I don't know what's happened. Like, everyone loves Lego in a way. Like, and I've always liked Lego, but Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga's done something because I haven't had any Lego sets. And now if I move my head, there's about 15 Lego sets.
That AT-AT
I
is so
don't know
nice.
what happened. I spent 2 hours last night sat in bed looking at not even Star Wars, just Lego sets going, oh, those succulent ones look nice and that orchid one looks nice. What has happened to me?
They're well nice. I bought Georgia one for Christmas, like an actual flower bouquet. And like for that shit week after Christmas where you don't know what to do with yourself, we were just sitting there building it. Lovely. Buy it, mate.
I like the bonsai ones as well. They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also they do a ship in a bottle, which I really want because
Nice.
looks amazing.
I want
what was the
that.
other-
All right, don't buy it. Your birthday's next month.
What? There was one other one that I saw. Oh, I do also want that Sonic one that Emily built over Easter. Looks amazing.
The Green Hill Zone one.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Especially after seeing Sonic 2. I really want that now.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
is it
that
any
yet.
good?
It's such a good film. Like, enjoyed it a lot more than I would because I don't hate Sonic, but I've never been a big Sonic person. But just really good film. Like, one of the best game films I'd say there is.
Is Knuckles a total badass?
Knuckles is a badass. Tails is fucking annoying. But that
As
might just be because it is like
Tails.
it is your stereotypical kid's voice sort of thing where you're like
Tails has
"Oh, just
always
shut
been
up."
annoying. Always been
Yeah.
annoying.
Just Tails never
there's-
stands a chance. I feel really sorry for
There's a
him.
bit there's a bit without like I won't say like how it happens in that, but there's a bit where Sonic has to save Tails, and then there's a like 10-15 minutes later there's a bit where Sonic is in trouble and Tails comes to rescue him and he's like, oh, I always need rescuing, Sonic. It's like, you just needed fucking saving 10 minutes ago, you bastard. Shut up. I hate it, but yeah, it's just the voice. Otherwise, he's fine. But it's such a good film. Definitely go see it as soon as possible. And yeah, I like Lego.
I absolutely will.
So you've been playing Lego Builder's Journey?
Yeah, I bought a Lego game after building Lego because I can't afford any more Lego sets at the moment, and it's cheaper than a Lego set. So I've played Lego Builder's Journey, and again, it's a really good game. It's basically like a puzzle game. So each level is its own actual Lego set. Like it uses all the pieces, different Lego pieces, so you could build it yourself if you wanted at home. And it's just sort of a small one screen. Complete the puzzle, it'll move on to like another one will come in, complete that. And the story, because I watched a few reviews before actually buying it, the story they said was all the reviews were like, oh, it's about a boy that's trying to find his dad. And it kind of is, but at the same time, it starts off with another kind of story. And actually suits Lego. It's, from what I can gather, because there's no like no speech or anything, it's literally just told through the movements of these Lego pieces. It's a kid that is playing with his dad, but the dad keeps having to go work, so the dad doesn't have time to play with his kid, so the kid like wanders off, and then the second half sort of goes into the whole trying to find your dad thing while he's at work. I thought that was really cool. It was basically, this is the game version of Cats in the Cradle, if you've ever heard that song or know what that song is.
And the little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll be together then.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a good time then. Come on.
You don't know
I would expect.
Beautiful. Have you not heard that song?
Cats
Please
in-
tell me you've heard that song.
I
I have heard that song. I didn't know it by name though.
Okay, Cats in
So
the Cradle.
Cats in the cradle and the sea. Little boy blue and the man. And I thought we were going to have a little sing along. Just me then.
Yeah, that's the game. This is the game version. This is the game version of Cats in the Cradle. I'm very wary of the time. That's why I'm trying to rush through all my points quickly. And the puzzles are amazing. It is literally each puzzle is you have to get the boy from one part of the level to the next part by putting different Lego pieces down and combining Lego pieces to make things. But they managed to keep it fresh by changing the actual like main mechanic behind each puzzle. So the first one is just basic, make a bridge sort of thing, or like make this ramp so he can go down. Then he'll get a little skateboard, so it's like you've got to make smooth slopes and that, so he can skateboard all the way through to the end of the level. So he manages to keep the gameplay fresh. The thing is, though, it's a very short game. It is about 2 hours long.
Ooh.
How much was it?
It's £16. So in a way, it mimics Lego in real life, because Lego fans will love it and will pay that much, and anyone else who's just curious will be like, "That's fucking expensive." But it does come for people that for like Lego fans or people that want to just try it out. It does come with a creator mode where you basically just get given Lego bricks and you make whatever the hell you want, just on a little platform. So that'll give me hours more gameplay now
Like
that I've finished
Super
the story.
Mario Maker, but Lego.
Sort of,
Is that
yeah.
what it's called?
It's literally,
Yeah.
it's literally, it'll be a little platform, and then a couple bricks fall down. You can press to like change what bricks it is, or change the color of the bricks, and you just build a little thing. So I made a little castle, I think, while I was capturing footage for this, which I'll speed up because it took me like half an hour. The only niggly thing as well is the controls can get a bit finicky if it's a lot of pieces in one small area, because instead of being purely grid based, it's when you're moving the piece around, it's like sort of free movement until you get near to a piece, and then it will sort of go into a grid based thing so you can be more precise. But if there's like several Lego pieces that are near each other but they're at different heights, it will struggle to sort of, it'll like take a few seconds to know what height you want the piece to be at to like put it into place. So there was a couple of times where I'd want to put something up high, but because I put some bricks beside it lower, it kept trying to like put it lower, and I was like, fucking higher, and then it would like zoom off because it's gone off the like grid-based system. But it wasn't too bad. It's like just a couple of times it was a bit of frustration, but yeah, really good game. Mimics Lego because it's fucking expensive.
Is it a wait for sale jobby? Do you reckon?
If you are like me and you've just become addicted to Lego, I'd say it's worth buying at £16 because you will get hours of fun from the like creator thing where you just build what you want. If you're curious about Lego or curious about this sort of game, then I'd wait for sale. But then I would 100% buy it in the sale because it is such a good game. Like the story's really good, even for how short it is. And it's just fun. Just fun building stuff with Lego in it.
So we want
I feel like Lego are missing a trick with a game because have you ever played a game, it was called Robocraft? It was on Game Pass ages ago.
I don't think so.
Basically what it was is that you had a bunch of different kind of blocks and shapes that you could put together, and you had the ability to build like a vehicle. So it could be a car, or you could have something that flies, or you could even make something that could mechanically walk. And then what you would do afterwards, you had like a limit on how much you could use, and you had to put weapons on it. So you got different guns and stuff like that. You got shields, stuff like that. And then after you built your vehicle, you then go into an online like matchmaking, and you fight your robots against other people in like team deathmatch and stuff, and in like domination. That it was really good fun.
Robot Wars.
Basically, yeah. So it was like Robot Wars, but like on a very basic looking like Call of Duty map or something, for example. Like so, or it would just be like an open plain with like a couple buildings and stuff, and you basically just took out your little design and fought. But I think it would be really cool if you had like a Lego option for that, like a Lego game where you could build your own kind of like thing to then fight other Lego creations. I think it would be class.
There's a game that's sort of similar on Game Pass called Besieged at the moment, where you don't fight against other people, but you it's like more like, is it Connects? I think it was, or what was the mechanical Lego? I think it was Connects, wasn't it?
There's Connects
Meccano.
or Lego Technic.
Meccano, that's it. Oh yeah, one of them. But you basically like you have like an arena, and it's like you need to kill these soldiers, but then you just slot loads of bits together. So you basically build a contraption like Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts to complete the task in that level. But then you have to worry about like the weight distribution. So if you've got like 4 battering rams on the front, you need to make sure you've got a counterweight at the back. It's very cool. It's on Game Pass.
That does sound cool. I need to have a look at that.
There is a Lego game as well coming out this year, which is physics-based. So it is like, I think you're on an island on this one, and you've got to solve a mystery, but it'll be something like you'll find a character and they'll say, oh, this item's stuck in the tree that you need to get. So then you'll need to build like a little helicopter, but it is physics-based. So if you don't put like the propeller in the right place and that, it will just tip over and collapse. Or like if you don't support the main part of the Lego set, then it will just crumble on itself. But so it sounds like they are going to do something that sort of route. I can't remember what it's called though. I'll see if I can find out.
Sounds like it's too hard to be fun.
That one might be. That might get frustrating.
I did find that with Besieged. I was like, I'm just not clever enough to play it, because you have to be like, have a proper engineering brain, and I do not have that one.
It's called Lego Bricktales. That's it.
Bricktales. Oh, woohoo! Get it?
Bricktales.
Duncan voices any choices, but not how you think it is. You're great mates. So our great mate Geordie Shaun, I'm sure we'll all agree, is just a wonderful, very funny guy. I'm doing this especially for him. So I've briefed you all what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So if anyone is familiar with the show Shooting Stars, so I'm Bob Mortimer and Vic Reeves. old BBC show back in the day, they had a segment called Dove from Above. And they summoned the dove by calling by calling it down. So if you could all please join me in calling the she's a bit shy. Carry on. Oh, she's coming. Keep going. There we go. What have we got there, Pet? What have we got here? It's a chick. So it's chick on a stick. This week, instead of Dove from Above. What have we got here for me, girl? Hey, Alba, a wildlife adventure. That's the Indie Choice game of this week. And also, we'll see, because we've got things to do with Alba, is also the Gaelic way of saying Scotland, isn't it?
Yes.
Gaelic. There you go. Chick on a stick. Hope you like that, Shaun. I spent fucking ages trying to I made a harness, everything for it. Look.
This looks amazing.
It's around his legs and everything. I went to George. I was like, because she would like these Jellycat toys. I was like, have you got a dove? She's like, no. But then we went through all of her toys. I was like, yeah, chick will do. So there you go. Chick on a stick. So I've been playing Alba, a wildlife adventure. Probably similar to Shaun with Lego. It's quite a short game, and I got it in a sale for £7, and I think it's usually about £16, probably about 3 hours long. However, I absolutely love it, to the point it's probably one of my favourite ever games. I know, right? So the premise is you're a little girl called Alba, I think, on a Spanish island, like a little touristy hotspot. But the whole point of the game is you need to save the island from some nefarious developer who wants to put up a big hotel on a nature reserve. But then while you're doing it, you're taking pictures of a little animal. So it's like Pokemon Snap at the same time. But it's, I don't know if you had like any games you can think of where when you're playing it, you just feel nice. That's what I said earlier on. I'm kind of focusing on more games that make me happy. Imagine that. So as you go around the island, you see this hotel spring up on this nature reserve, and then you kind of learn kind of how to do extra bits. So you can fix up wood, so you can make like a little viewing platform so people can look out. Or you can build a bridge so people can take more pictures of birds. And as you pick up rubbish, more animals come back to the island. And at the end of every day, you go back home to your grandparents for dinner, and they say, "Well done, Alba." And then the next day, you go back out again, and you've got to pick up some rubbish and put them into the bins, or you've got to fix some bird houses and things like that. And the more things you do, the more animals come back to the island, and then more people come to the island as well to visit the nature reserve. I'm not doing it any justice, because we'll put the video up. It's just so fucking sweet when you're playing it. So like, even when the little girl's running around, like she does like a little skip. I guess it's just as much of an educational game as it is an actual game. When Shaun, you're talking about Lego Builder's Journey, it sounded a bit like Monument Valley. I don't know if anyone played that. It was an old mobile game.
Actually haven't played that, no. Isn't it supposed to be like one of the highest rated mobile games of all time? Yeah,
it's brilliant. It's really brilliant. But it's developed by the same people, Us Two Games. I kind of want people to just to play it, because it's in a sale at the moment. Probably not by the time this goes out. It's so sweet, and I felt so nice and comfy when I was playing it. It's like, I've got Cyberpunk and Lego Star Wars and loads of things on the go, but as soon as I started playing it, I was like, I can't do anything else. I have to just finish this. And I think it's a really great it's a really great game if you have kids as well. Rather than fucking Bugsnax, there's a real kind of big educational parts of this as well, because you learn animals' names and like the type of different species and genuses and things like that. I love it. I absolutely adore it. So I think me and Shaun, we're working on a top 10 of our favourite games for the channel at some point. And I've got a list that's like 20 games long because I can't work out what to go in it. But this is like well up there. If I'd played this last year, it probably would have been up there with Flynn. There's your reference for sure. Kind of how good it is. But it just looks so lovely, and it feels like you're on holiday, even though it's not, it's relatively basic graphics. But that feeling if you're just like knocking about, like if you're on a holiday in the evening, going out for a drink or whatever, it's just that really lovely little chilled up vibe. Oh, love it! I bloody love it. I'm not going to do the dick butthole omitter because it's too sweet. It's too sweet a game. I would just highly, highly recommend it. Alba, a wildlife adventure, is very much worth your time.
I'm installing it just now.
I'm just trying to find out when the sale ends.
I
swear it normally says ends in so many days for sales, but it's not.
Yeah,
unless it's just on the console
what sale it was. I think it was like a publisher sale. I've got a feeling it was. I got it for like £8. But I hope you love it though, because it's really fucking lovely game. But next one, because we're running out of time. There's a moose loose. Hell let loose. Because Scotland. So we, I mean me and Thistledoot, including Scobie, have been playing Hell Let Loose. It's fucking well hard, isn't it?
Oh, it's nails.
I think the only kill I got was when I killed Scobie.
So the premise is, I wasn't going to buy it, and then I think we were just chatting one evening, and Scobie said he'd got it. I was like, yeah, fuck it, just bought it. And then, so the premise is it's a World War II shooter / sim. Mm-hmm. The footage will be up on the screen. Apologies, because it'll look very boring. The footage, because there's a lot of running around, and you die,
especially if you spawn on the other side of the map.
They did it at the beginning.
Like 3 days to run over.
But yeah, so the premise is really, really, I guess, realistic World War II shooter, but teamwork and communication is the absolute, is a necessity to get anywhere. Because I played on my own, I had no fucking idea what was going on, and then when I was playing with you guys, kind of had some idea what was going on. There's a point where me and Scobie were at the back, I was spotting and he was shooting. How did you guys find it?
I think it has a lot of potential, but I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. So most of the time I was running about like a headless chicken getting beamed across the map. No idea where the bullets were coming from, because there's no hit markers, there's no like emblems above your enemies' heads. There is nothing that guides you in this game. It does not tell you what to do, even slightly. So you're kind of just...
It just literally dumps you in a war zone.
Yeah, and it is like a massive map, and it's very much like pushing the line. So you got this massive map with a line across the middle of it. That's their side, this is your side, and you're trying to push that line kind of up. I think it's similar to the game mode Rush in Battlefield, but that's the only similarity to it, even slightly, because Battlefield is a walk in the park compared to this game. It is so hard. Everything has iron sights. You've got limited number of like characters that can be on the field at one time. So if somebody's got the sniper, you're not getting a sniper. Full stop.
You can only have one sniper, I think. Yeah.
So it does make it a lot harder that way. I actually watched a wee kind of beginner's tutorial on like playing Hell Let Loose, and I turned it off after about 5 minutes because I was like, I need to sit with a pen and paper for this. Because there is so many specifics per role that you need to know, and I'm like, there's no way this information's going into my brain right now, like at all. Yeah. So I look forward to exploring it more, because I think it looks nice. I think it's a really cool concept, but damn, is it hard. Like, I'm going to need to actually research this game to be able to play it.
I'm going to have to research like weapons and everything, because all of like the shooter games that you've broken me into shooter games with have been modern shooters. So they're all like modern weapons with decent scopes and sights on them. And then I'm just dumped in this field with this machine that doesn't look like an LMG, how we know it now. And I'm like, is this an LMG? Is it? It doesn't have a scope. It's just very stressful. The whole experience is very stressful.
It was good fun, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, when we started to get somewhere, I thought, it's actually, this isn't too bad. I imagine, like, once you get in the thick of it, because if there's a lot of running about, and then you could go a good 45 minutes of just running, and then you get shot and then you're killed, and you don't know where you got killed from, and you can be like, oh, this is really fucking irritating. But then it's like, oh well, that is the point. But yeah, like communication is like a huge thing, and I don't like playing online games very much. Like anyway, if I do, I don't speak to anyone unless I'm also playing with you guys.
All right, shaggers.
Yeah. So when we were playing, because I was our squad leader, but then you get put into a channel with the commander who can call in like supply drops and put bases about so you can spawn further up, and like. I don't know. I don't want to dump on anyone having fun, but I was a bit like a bit tryhard. And I found it a little bit on Insurgency as well. And he's like squad leaders reporting over, and I'm like, who's this cunt? He's like, and then he's like, I'm gonna drop an airdrop on F4 over, confirm. Squad Bravo, confirm your ETA over. And I'm like, shut up, mate. I'm trying to talk to my mates. And then I had another guy on my own like the next day. And to be fair to him, we did all right, like with his direction, but still. And I joined in the next day, and I was on my own, and I thought, well, the tank squad seems quite fun. And I joined in. I didn't know what I was doing. I was running around. There wasn't a tank anywhere. And then some guy went, because my game is like Shagsmith, and he went, all right, Shaggers, how you doing, bruv? And I was like, nah, quit the game. I don't need to do with this. Just went back and played Lego. Oh, sorry, your thing's going on.
You're having a rain. Yeah, your camera was like jumping about.
My phone just rang, so I'm assuming my whole PC was like, what's happening?
I don't know if I'd recommend it. I bought it in a sale, and I'm fine with that. That I bought it in a sale. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I think I need to play it a lot more. I don't know. I think if you're mega into your hardcore kind of games, then crack on.
Yeah. I think if you go into it aware that it is a simulation, like you're not going to have your handheld, you are going to have to literally research how to play it. And if you're into that, go for it.
It's
if you're wanting
a
game that's
now.
like, if you want to go into a game that you can understand what's going on within the first hour of playing it, and have like a tutorial and like maybe be eased into it a little bit with like a beginner lobby, it is not for you.
And that Triangle Crossing.
It's just not happening. So I would recommend it if you like games like I like games, but otherwise, nah.
Yeah.
Like it's probably not.
But if you're more like me, no.
Yeah, you definitely need required reading with it. So
it makes
right.
Insurgency seem easy.
I'd recommend Insurgency more. I think it's much quicker to have more fun on that on Insurgency for sure.
I'd argue that Insurgency is easier.
Yeah, it's more kind of balanced. Yeah.
Game 6, the answers. Who went first before? Was it Shaun?
I was going to say, what was my clue again? My other half just unfriended me. That was it. My other half just unfriended me.
Right.
Oh, quick switch.
So I'm going to get up Game Pass counter. Thanks, Barry.
Also, I just want to reiterate, normally I drink to get through these episodes with Harry, I'm not doing that this week. I'm just drinking because I'm on a week and a half's holiday now after today's shift. So
you're drinking because it's habitual now.
I'm knackered. Knackered from work and season 4 graphics and that. So I'm treating myself.
Oh, they're looking lovely. I don't have a fucking clue what your clue is.
It's really bad. I'm sorry. Any other guesses?
I was like, I don't know that game. I thought you were going to tell us.
Nah, I don't know. Turn it, boy.
So, it's so bad. My other half just unfriended me. It's unsold instead of unfriended because it's your soulmate. So you're unsold.
That is so annoying because you probably won't be able to see there, but I was literally on you because I thought it must be in you, and there's only about 6 games there. Damn it!
I can't remember who was next. Shall I go?
So, we need the Harry's quick comment. Still not as bad as Arkham Knight, is it? There we go.
I've got tasking this week. My one, I can't remember what order we're in. No nonsense here, but you'll be lucky to get out alive. Not great.
I had no idea what this could be.
Hold on.
I'll just pass the time while everyone's looking on their phones. Quality audio
She
and
got the
video
app up.
content.
I don't know.
No.
What?
Zero Escape, the nonary games. Not especially proud of that one. Obviously, it's not nonsense. It's nonary. And then Get Out Alive, Zero Escape. I feel like you could have had something to do with like a nunnery, but with nonsense.
Oh,
The convent where all the people. Shut up, Dunk. Paul, what was your answer?
Oh God. Will I go on to mine?
Yeah.
It's only
think-
one
can I
week
guess
until I drink lava for the first time.
I think is it 7 Days to Die?
It is indeed.
Get
Well
in.
done.
I was a bit confused
And
on the
mine-
lava.
Oh.
Sorry,
Because you
sorry.
can
sorry.
only drink lava
Yeah.
once, can't you?
Well, yeah, but I just thought.
You
Typically,
most
7
likely
days to
be
die
shit.
you do.
No, it's 7 days. It's a week until I drink lava for the first time.
Oh,
You could read the note if you want.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking it. I'm just. That threw me, that was all.
And then my one was, my bag was small enough so I didn't have to check it in.
Really don't know what that could be.
She already told me, so it's cheating if I say.
That is cheating. Can I tell you?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that.
Sure you don't want to carry on looking?
Oh, I don't know. No, I've got no idea.
Carry on.
Excellent.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
a top-notch game as well.
When did that come out? It was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? I think.
I think it was last year we done the episode on it. But
I will always remember
I don't know
Harry
when it came
saying, I don't think I was on the episode with you two when he was talking about that. And Harry said it was one of his favourite games because he completed it 5 times. Oh, so that was weird that he said he completed it 5 times.
It's weird
Did
that
he?
Harry liked the game.
I blanked that out.
Okay. That's it.
Didn't happen.
I've got. It was a lost cause dealing with Harry from the Desperados 3 episode onwards.
It's just too niche of a podcast.
That's the problem. We're not mainstream enough. Too
Too
niche.
niche.
No. I'm glad you guys have come onto this one though, because I know we're too niche to get guests on really. So it's a real blessing that you guys have come on to this one and not on the Harry behind the screens. So thanks guys for coming on. Really appreciate it. And
he's gonna be fuming in the live chat.
Oh. Whatever.
Is there a better reason to do it though?
Well, it's always fun one.
Exactly. By the way, Harry, that episode a few weeks ago, we could hear you and see you the entire time. Just FYI. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Zoe.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Me too.
Obviously, this will be last week. This episode comes out. I hope, Paul, you got something nice plans. I haven't just put you on the spot. I know you have because you're a lovely boy.
Not actually particularly, because Zoe doesn't want anything apart from sitting in the house and eating a burger. So I offered to take her out for a nice meal and all that. Chaz.
Sounds like a pretty good fucking birthday, to be fair.
Well, everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing for your 30th?" I'm like, "Getting drunk and crying." Can't wait.
No, turning 30 is great. There's nothing, and then you'll because obviously I think I'm the oldest here by some distance, and now you can be in my bracket, and you'll be like, "Oh, I understand why you're so grumpy and miserable now all the time."
I think turning 25 was the hardest, because then you realize that like you're in the overs on X Factor. You're no longer 16 to 24. You're in the overs. You're practically middle aged.
Yeah. I'm in the Steve Brookstein category now. He bumped into me at Centre Court Shopping Centre in Wimbledon once and didn't say sorry. Steve Brookstein, you're a fucking prick, mate. So yeah. Sure in it there.
Yeah.
This'll do. Check it out. Give me a sub. Is it youtube.com/this'll-do?
It is now, yeah.
The link. Please,
yeah.
We should have said at the beginning, if you are watching this, you better fucking subscribe to This'll Do, because it's excellent content.
Thank you.
We try. Thanks.
Do it. It's very funny. Was it last Wednesday, wasn't it?
Will be in our most recent video.
Yes. Blessed. And it's very funny.
Which will already be out by the time this comes out,
Shaun,
right?
done.
Done.
But please do subscribe to This'll Do. Shaun, I'm doing that thing again at the end of an episode where I just ramble and drag it out.
That's why I started laughing. As soon as the last segment's done, your enthusiasm just plummets.
Because I haven't got any script anymore. I'm ad-libbing. I'm going to be quiet. Thanks for coming.
This will be given on YouTube.
It's just literally. Well, you need to say the last line as well.
All right.
Once I've done it, okay. So
I'm going to be quiet until then, because
I'll just rattle off the housekeeping, and then it'll be off to you for your line. Thanks for watching the Gamers Watch podcast, episode Niche Tendo 64. If you enjoyed it, and even if you didn't, then follow us on Twitter, which is at Gamers Watch Crew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Gamers Watch, but only if our subscriber count is below like the 900 mark, because then we're not niche if we go too many. So we've got to keep it below. Keep it below. Give the episode a thumbs up, give a little comment, and then hit the notification bell. I'm not going to repeat the times. Go back to the start of the episode if you want that. And from me, Shaun, it's keep on watching.
From me, Duncan, keep on gaming.
This'll do. Bye.
Cheers.
What train wreck?
See you later.
It's fine because it's so niche.